Hey guys, Garnie here. Hey, I'm in the market for a new phone. Yeah, I was really looking for a phone that actually had the 821 chipset just like the Google Pixel. So join me. Let me show you what I found. Hey guys, Garnie here. I was going to post this yesterday, or record it and post it yesterday, but I decided that I wanted to do some more research and put my thoughts together on this because I'm looking for a new phone. Now, I did it when Google released the Google Pixel, announced it on October 4th this year. Immediately, I did a video saying that as a Nexus 6P owner, I don't see the value of upgrading to the Google Pixel XL. Just the cost to value ratio doesn't support, for me, that's just me. I just couldn't see spending that kind of money for it. So I decided that, okay, let's look at mid-tier. So I did another video of that, of where I can look at $300 to $500 phones and like the OnePlus 3 or the Axon 7. Now they're rocking the previous chipset, the 820 chipset, still a good chipset. But you know what? I decided that, instead of actually pulling the trigger on that, why don't I just do some research on the Snapdragon 821? Hey, if Google likes it, must be a good chipset. So why don't I just go out there and take a look at what's out there? So let's start it off. Well, first and foremost, here's a laugh for me. Did you know, from a trivial standpoint, there was a company who actually released a phone that actually had an 821 chipset before Google did? That's right, Asus. Congratulations to you, releasing a Zenfone 3 Deluxe in September. Now, of course, some of you guys out there should be laughing because Asus has a Zenfone 3 Deluxe phone that has the 820 chipset in it. Yes, they do. But here's the thing. If you get the special edition of the Asus phone Deluxe edition that comes with either with a 6 gig of RAM and 256 gigs of storage and a 23 megapixel camera and only a 3000 milliamp hour battery. Yes, you can have that with the Snapdragon 821 for $799. No. Just a piece of trivia for you. But there's another company out there I want to give kudos to that has released, and they're pretty aggressive in this space. They've released 4 phones with the 821 chipset, and that's Xiaomi. Yeah, Xiaomi. Am I saying that correctly, guys? Xiaomi. Xiaomi actually has released 4 phones in that. Now, some of you guys may know the Mi 5, the Mi. So the Mi series, the Mi 5S and the Mi 5S Plus have the 821 chipset. And of course, that's meant for non-US markets. So that is available today for you guys. But there were 2 phones that they released for the United States and they made it a big announcement for. First and foremost, you remember the new one that's out there, the Mi Mix. Yes, that 6.4-inch screen. Take a look at that. Huge. That's a phablet. It comes in either a 4 or 6 gig configuration. It's a 6.4-inch screen, has a 4400 milliamp hour battery. 4400 milliamp hour battery. Comes with either 128 or 256 gigs of storage with a 16 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. Low end configuration, if you get the 4 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage, comes out at $640. Yeah, not bad for a 6.4-inch screen. If you get the 6 gig of RAM with 256 gigs of storage with, again, the 4400 milliamp hour battery, it's $740. Yeah, that's a lot cheaper than the Google Pixel. just saying. But it doesn't support all the LTE bands in the United States, so you're not going to get that awesome speed, at least for the AT&T network. It doesn't support band 17, so you're not going to get that awesome speed for downloads. You'll get 4G connections, but you'll not get the LTE connections. Well, let's talk about the last phone that Xiaomi has come out with, and that is the Mi Note 2. The Mi Note 2. It is a 5.7-inch screen, and it has 4070 milliamp hour batteries. That's a 4070. Still quite a lot of battery there. It comes in either 4 or 6 gigs of RAM and a 64 or 128 gigs of storage option. It has a 22.5 megapixel camera in the rear and an 8 megapixel camera in the front. If you go for the low end, the 4 gig of RAM with 64 gigs of storage, you're looking at $550. Not bad. If you're looking at 6 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of storage, you're looking at $640. Even better. I mean, you're still, if you have more RAM, more storage than the Google Pixel, the entry level Google Pixel, for the same price or less. Just now I'll draw this line here. Now, I don't know the history of Xiaomi and their keeping up with Android releases. Both of those phones only support Android 6.0 or 6.01. So I don't know if they actually upgrade their phones to the latest, version 7, version 7.1. I don't know that. That's a caution in my back of my mind. But let's talk about the last phone that is really stepping up for me that I wanted to take a look at. And that is the OnePlus 3T or S or Plus. Yeah, there's so many things going out there about the OnePlus 3. OnePlus 3 was released mid-year, but the second variant of the OnePlus 3 is supposed to be released sometime soon. And they're calling it, first it was the S, then it was the T, then it was the Plus, and now we're back to T. Whatever. But it's supposed to be rocking the Snapdragon 821 chipset. And if they just took the OnePlus 3 phone with everything the same and they put the 821 chipset in it, would you be interested? I would be. Yeah, granted it's got less battery. Granted it's got a decent camera. But here's the other part that I know and I like about OnePlus. They upgrade and update their operating system frequently. Yeah, Oxygen OS, they make sure that they're up to speed all the time. So remember my doubts about the Xiaomi lines? Will they get updated from an operating system point of view, from going from 6.0 of Android to 7.1? Well, what about Oxygen? We know Oxygen updates their phone. Just look at the OnePlus 3 line itself. Look at the OnePlus 2. Look at the OnePlus X and the OnePlus 1. In fact, the OnePlus 1 still gets updates. Yeah, that's a 2014 phone. So, guys, I just wanted to share with you my thoughts around these areas. Is that, what phone am I interested in? Well, I'm really interested in the Xiaomi Mi Note 2 and the future release of the OnePlus 3T, whatever it is, the next variant of the OnePlus 3. Those are the phones I'm going to be looking forward to. And the Mi Note 2 is supposed to be released in November, and the OnePlus 3T, November, December is what everybody's kind of jittering around. We'll see. Will it come before Christmas for me? Here's the other thing. One honorable mention I want to throw out there is the LeEcho line of phones. Yeah, LeEcho. Now, LeEcho is makes great phones for the Asian markets, and they've come up and they got a new phone called Le Pro 3, LePro 3. The Le Pro 3 is a 4 or 6 gigs of RAM. It's a 5.5 inch phone display. Comes with a 4070 milliamp hour battery, 4070 milliamp hour battery. Comes with a 64 gigs of storage, and it comes with a 16 megapixel rear and an 8 megapixel front facing camera. Guess how much that costs? Ready? $399. Yeah, hold on to your hats. What if I told you on November 2nd you could actually buy that phone for $300? Now you're saying, it's like, Garnie, how come you're not screaming for that? $300 for an 821 chipset with those kind of configs? Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't support LTE either. Well, at least for T-Mobile and AT&T. It doesn't support band 12 nor band 17. So you're not going to get those drop-dead speed, awesome speeds from AT&T and things like that with that speed set. One of the crowning achievements of the Snapdragon 821 chipset, guys, is its LTE, or their LTE download and upload speeds that you can get on its antenna. Yeah, if you didn't know, the 821 chipset, you can actually download up to 600 megabits per second and upload at 150 megabits per second. Can you imagine having that for streaming, or having that for live streaming your activities? if you had 100 megabit connection, you can actually stream pretty well from there. Think about Periscope or Facebook Live or whatever else, or whatever other video platform you want to use. You can actually stream on that level. Here's the other thing. If you decide that you wanted to buy that phone but it doesn't support LTE, you're taking away the benefit of the 821 chipset. So you're hamstringing it right away. But then again, if you're just looking for the performance, the core performance and the battery life and all that good stuff, and you don't care about speeds and connections from, 4G is good enough for you, then good for you. Rock and roll. Now, I will tell you this. I've done some research and I found some videos on YouTube about the Le Pro 3, the LeEcho Le Pro 3. There's folks that are out there saying that they're getting approximately 10 or 11 hours of screen time. Yeah, okay, let me say that again. 10 or 11 hours of screen time. Holy mackerel. I would have never guessed. I'd be lucky if I'm happy with 4.5 hours. But 11 hours? That blows me away. So get out there and take a research. Go out there and research it. LeEcho Pro, Le Pro 3. With a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, that's something else. And hey, if the Mi Note has the same battery size and same configuration, oh my God, can you imagine the power of, the wonderful screen time that you'll have on that phone? So let me end it here, guys. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see, hit that like button. And most of all, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Come on, let's have some fun together because I'm always looking for new friends. So until then, guys, thanks again. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you on the other side. Peace.